Hello there, and welcome back to Grade or Bait. Welcome to episode 12 of the bulkiest series on YouTube. And today I'm doing, I guess, two of the suggested cars that you guys have, I guess, implied for me to do over the last fucking 2 months. Because I think one of the cars popped up in for the first time in I don't know, I think episode 1 or 2. So this was a pretty long time coming, so yeah, sorry for waiting so long to do these, especially the last one. Today I'm doing the meta for speed traps and top speed in Horizon 4 and Horizon 5, and let's start with the infamous one from Horizon 4, the 599XX Evolution. Now this is gonna be a very interesting video for me because I have spent the most amount of hours in both of these cars in their respective games. This one in Horizon 4 and the next one, the Jesko in Horizon 5. And also, I'm gonna clear it out of the way. Sorry, but the video is gonna be a little bit shorter. There's only one drift run for each. Device issue, but anyway, that just means I don't have too much time to yap about these cars. So let me sum this car up very quickly. It is very good, as you can tell, incredibly good. It caught me off guard. It got a 144.7, very solid. Gets a 9 out of 10. Sorry, I have to be very brief with these, but that's just how it is. So yeah, as I was saying, I use this car a lot in Horizon 4, and in Horizon 4 it does 523 kilometers an hour, something like that. It's a crazy amount. This it's nowhere near it's not even close, and they fixed it. It gets 451, probably a little bit more with a better run, but yeah, 6.5 out of 10. A solid speed nonetheless, but still nothing impressive. Same story can be said about acceleration. I believe it was, again, a bit quicker in Horizon 4, but the launch is great. The launch is pretty good. But after 190, it just kind of like plateaus, sadly. But yeah, not very good top end, but still pretty decent. 6.5 out of 10, not too bad. Here's where it's amazing though. It is definitely one of the grippiest cars in Horizon 5, and I was expecting that. I was expecting this car to be good. It's got very solid downforce. Too bad it's an X class. I'm pretty sure you can downtune it to S2 to still be pretty good, but I test cars maxed out. So yeah, it's still very solid. It scored a 40.1. And if I didn't mess up the last corner, it would have been a sub 40, would have been a 39, which would have looked very good, but I don't think I would have bumped the score up just because of that anyway. And this was the first run that I got a 40.2, and the next one is a 40.1, 20 laps in. Very good car. It's neither too understeery nor too oversteery. It's very balanced. I did go for some oversteer settings here because I guess it is just best to run that on most cars, if not all. And yeah, I can see how it works best on this car as well. No wonder. But nah, it's super solid. I was a bit surprised. I knew this car would be good, but I didn't expect it to be this good. I thought it'd be in the CLK Neo range, so about a second and a half slower. But nah, this car is solid. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Easy 9 out of 10. I was debating on giving it a 9.5, but I guess there's just better cars out there, And again, very annoying because this car is X-Class when I tested it for dirt, and that's just cringe in my opinion. But it is what it is. It's not particularly fast. I guess it's very relative to the top speed and the acceleration. Because yeah, fun fact, this car gets 6.5 out of 10s, including right now the run you're watching for that. I guess it's a very solid car overall. That's the best way I can describe it. Don't think I've ever given 3 grades of the exact same to anyway. I'm off tracking. This run here is very good, even though it was early on. As you can see, it's the 7th lap. I think I did like 15 and I just couldn't beat this, or at least not without smacking into a wall. It was very solid, except for this last corner here where I slowed down a bit too much because, again, it's not on off-road tires, so it's not going to have that much grip. Very solid run. I got a 101.2, so yeah, not bad, not bad. Too bad it's X-Class. That's the only disadvantage, I guess, but it's not too bad. So there it is. It scored a 37.5 out of 50 for an average of 7.5 out of 10. Very solid. I did not expect this. I genuinely thought we were done with the solid cars. This one just caught me off guard when I was testing it, especially for drifting. Like, holy shit, that was so good. I was gonna give it a 9.5, but then I realized I should probably bump down the scores a little bit because I just got better overall at drifting on this specific zone. So yeah, super good car. I did not expect that at all. But here's the kicker. So as you can tell right there on the bottom, next one is the Koenigsegg Jesko, the meta speedster in the FH5, and a very special car for me because most of you probably know I have well over 1,000 hours in this car, which is rather embarrassing of me to admit, but whoever glances a little bit on my channel can probably tell. So I obviously want this car to do very good, and even if I didn't want it to do good, it still did. So it's very good for drifting actually, and this is one of the most balanced zones in the game, maybe the most balanced zone in the game, and it still did very well. And this, mind you, was a terrible run. I just didn't really have much time to get another one because the car is very inconsistent. It's very hard to use. There's definitely a skill gap for this compared to a lot of other cars. But it has a ridiculous amount of potential, and this run was pretty good here, even if I four-wheeled a little bit. 144.4, 0.5 even, I guess I could say. So yeah, very solid 9 out of 10. And this is, I mean, this is the easiest 10 out of 10 in the game, in my opinion, because it is, with ease, the fastest car in the game. If I were to test this on Hot Wheels, it would not be, as some of you may know, but on the main map where I test the cars for every video, it is easily the fastest car in the game, even when I compare it to the Hennessy Venom F5. It got a 500 kilometers an hour for a split second there. It can do a bit better than that, but yeah, 10 out of 10. Very solid. Now, this is Travis's run here, and it is so fast. So I think he did a couple of runs, not that many, but I think he tested it for like half an hour, and he tried to go for a sub 12. He couldn't, and sub 12 for me would mean 10 out of 10, but he was incredibly close, which is why I can only give it a 9.5, but I think it's still fair though. It is probably top 5 quickest cars in the game, so it just deserved that. And oh no, I have to talk about grip. Okay, so because this car is carried by acceleration, this is another one of those cases where I have to give it a high ranking, even though the grip that it has is pretty mediocre. Like it's average in terms of grip. I think average is probably the best way to describe it, but the acceleration and the rear grip, they're just insane. I was gonna test it rear-wheel drive, but I just can't control the throttle. I'm just not that good, but I'm sure you can get a better score rear-wheel drive. But yeah, it did a 44.8 seconds or something like that, which is good. It's definitely considerably above the average. So I kind of just have to give it a pretty high ranking here. I'm sorry. I know it's not that good, but it just is, I suppose. And off-road here, as you can see, I tested it for quite a bit more than I would have wanted to, and there's a good reason for that. This car is S2 in, as you can tell, because this is an actual Rivals run, and because of that I can tell pretty accurately when it flags a lap and when it doesn't. And this car likes to flag a lot of laps. It is very difficult to control. The setup was obviously cooked as well. Like I think I just fucking messed it up, but anyway, I got this run after quite a bit, and you can't even see the time at the end. I'll have to slow it down because the flag there is almost a whole second quicker just because of how inconsistent this car is. And I definitely could have gotten a sub 1 minute if I just wanted to, and you do another half an hour of attempt, but I think this run is fine the way it is. So right now it's gonna be slowed down so you can tell exactly the time, and it's a 1 minute and 0.408. So yeah, that amounts to a 7 out of 10, exactly the same. Well, like not exactly the same, but like 1 or 2 frames off the McLaren F1 that we tested ages ago, as you can tell. So yeah, very solid. A 43 out of 50 for an 8.6 out of 10. It ties 3 more cars with this score. It's actually insane how cars just, you know, fucking emanate the score or like gravitate towards it. Yeah, those were the two fastest cars in their respective games. Thank you for watching. Very, very fun video to make. And the next one should be coming on Friday at the time of me recording this video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on Friday.